choices. Life's about choices. And I guess for those of us who make suspect choices, some choices could lead to this. Like right now, I'm wondering about my choices. Anyway, the first choice you have to make here, the first question this game asks you, supermodel or junior model? Incidentally, that's also the first question the cops ask people after confiscating their hard drives. So if you find yourself in this position, congratulations. The choices you've made have led you to the same choice that suspected pedophiles have to make. And at this point, there is no good choice. It's Barbie Supermodel for the Super Nintendo. Now, I'll say this about Barbie Supermodel. It is better than the original Barbie for the NES, which, but that's like saying you'd rather be shot in the knee than the face. Either way, it's a pretty serious wound, and you probably shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. Supermodel came about a year after the NES game, and it's also from the same publisher. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I don't know, whatever. It's not like I'm gonna not review it. We all know that. This is what my life's become. The fucking swimwear. So what is this game? Oh, you mean apart from a crime against humanity? Well, it's basically a bunch of minigames strung together to create an adventure. And by a bunch, I mean 3. And by create an adventure, I mean reinforce gender stereotypes and teach little girls how to dress in 1987. So, adjusted for truth, that's 3 minigames strung together to reinforce gender stereotypes and teach little girls how to dress in 1987. Also, how to curtsy. Remember, ladies, to curtsy is to woman. So it all starts with, I guess Barbie's paying for dinner, like signing the check. And by the way, she's eating alone, probably because she hasn't learned how to fucking curtsy properly. Anyway, then she just, for no clear reason, she starts daydreaming of driving recklessly, and then she literally goes and does exactly that. She hops into her pink convertible and almost immediately starts breaking traffic laws. But don't worry, girls, as long as your earrings match your eyeshadow, it's fine. So you're driving down the road, hair in the breeze, living the carefree life of an American consumer, and your objective, seriously, is to get to modeling practice. And don't let anything get in your way. Like people, for example, feel free to just blow right past them on your path to success. Remember, ladies, there's nothing prettier than being selfish and stepping on other people. Anyway, avoid stuff, get to modeling practice, memorize your 4 moves for the catwalk, and then go to the modeling show and press the same 4 buttons. That's it. That's the level. That's Barbie's day. She must be exhausted. There are 4 levels, and they're all the exact same thing. Just replace the pink convertible with something equally obnoxious. In level 2, she's roller skating at the beach. Level 3, now we're at a ski resort. Just gotta get away from the grind. Finally, we're at the park riding a bike. All the same idea, just avoid things. Or actually, you can collect the purse and the makeup. Those trigger the minigames. You see Barbie on a magazine cover, just for a second, and then you have to recreate the same look from memory. You do that for bonus points. You also destroy brain cells, but it. At this point, what's the difference? Let's make her fabulous. So, obviously, there's not much gameplay here. And we're talking seriously, 3 little minigames and the driving stuff, that's it. But at least it could be well made, right? Yeah, nope. It's the exact opposite of that. This game has some of the worst art and sprites you'll ever see on the Super NES. The presentation, the sound, whole thing's just a strange, ugly, awkward mess. It kind of uncomfortable, actually. Kind of ironic for a game about being pretty. And poor Skipper. Can you imagine how embarrassed she is by all this shit? Look, with some games, there's at least something worthwhile. You can recommend it to someone. But with this thing, there's not a person on this planet I could look at and say, you should really check out Barbie Supermodel. I'd like to thank our friend Dustin from West Caldwell, New Jersey for sending it to us, but honestly, I'm not prepared to do that, Dustin. I have to go pick complimentary lipstick. It's Barbie Supermodel for the Super Nintendo.